The development of a new advanced food distribution model, in accordance with today's standards, reflects the economic and social progress of Spain in the last few decades. One of the most efficient agricultural sectors in Europe, and one of the world's leading fishing industries, make food production one of the most important industries on the national level. In terms of commercial distribution, the Spanish model has evolved very rapidly towards a broad and varied offer, in which all types of formats work together, from specialized and traditional shops to hypermarkets, from produce markets to supermarkets, from street markets to discount stores and 24-hour convenience stores. Something similar is happening with restaurant services and institutional consumption, which already represent a third of the food market in Spain. At the end of the chain, Spanish consumers demand the highest quality and safety in the production and processing of foodstuffs, in the processes of traceability, in the services that we all seek when buying and consuming. The proper functioning of this advanced food complex requires modern and efficient public services, which guarantee competition and transparency at the markets. In Spain, this public service function has a name: Mercasa. Mercasa, at the service of the food chain. Mercasa is a state-owned company whose shareholders are the Ministry of the Economy and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Food. With over 40 years of experience, Mercasa has contributed to commercial structures in a crucial way by collaborating with institutions, private companies, and social partners. Mercasa is a basic tool of the state food policies, with public service activities that stretch across all the links of the distribution chain between production and consumption. Mercas Network, a unique model in the world. The social role of Mercasa is especially important in the wholesale trade of fresh produce, fruits and vegetables, fish and meat. In collaboration with town councils and other institutions, Mercasa has developed in Spain a model that is unique in the world for the wholesale trade of perishable food products, the so-called Mercas Network. The Mercas Network has led to the modernization of the wholesale trade of perishable goods, with the highest guarantees in terms of hygiene and safety. Today, it contributes to guaranteeing food traceability and safety, which is crucial for the existence of enough efficient, transparent, and competitive markets. The Mercas Network is made up of 23 food units. It includes more than 7 million square meters of space, with 52 wholesale markets housing about 3,000 wholesale companies, 2,600 of which sell fruits and vegetables, fish, meat, and flowers, while the other companies are dedicated to complementary services, such as logistics and user services. The turnover generated within the Mercas Network is already more than 11,000 million euros. Every year, they trade 25 million kilos of foodstuffs, more than 5 million tons of fruits and vegetables, 500,000 tons of fish products, 300,000 tons of meat, and an important amount of other food products are sold annually. The fruits and vegetables sold in the Mercas Network represent 65% of the nation's consumption, and the fish products 60%. A global concept for the food unit. Every Merca is designed according to the global concept of a food unit, which brings together the wholesale markets for fruits and vegetables, fish, and meat. Furthermore, they include areas called complementary activity zones, large areas for services, including logistics and finance, as well as distribution platforms, cold storage facilities, etc. The global Merca model contributes to Improving and promoting wholesale commercialization channels. Developing the sectors of the labeling, packaging, and handling of food products in order to contribute added value to the product. Favoring the implementation of traceability and guaranteeing maximum rigor in terms of food safety. Increasing the productivity of logistics and transport companies by reducing their costs. Promoting and supporting specialized retail trade, greengrocers, butcher shops, and fish shops, as well as large distribution companies, by adapting working hours and services to their new needs. Increasingly supplying the hotel and restaurant sector by adapting the offer to the specific needs of the sector. Supplying institutional consumption with the resulting positive impact on school food, hospital food, etc. Offering professional training to all the groups of wholesale and retail sale distribution in their different facets. Handling of food, business management, application of new technologies, training that is increasingly important throughout the Mercas network. Driving environmental sustainability policies by implementing pioneering projects for the management of containers and waste. The growing activity of sales and services developed in the Mercas increasingly generates more movement of all kinds of people and vehicles. 18 million vehicles travel through the 23 food units yearly, at a rate of about 65,000 daily. In terms of the influx of buyers, both retail and wholesale, hotel and restaurants or institutions, the average daily attendance is estimated at 90,000 users. Renovation of local retail markets. A large part of the Mercas buyers come from the specialized and traditional trade who work in independent shops and at the 1,300 local retail markets. More than 80,000 sales outlets throughout the country. This is a sales format with a long-standing tradition and an active presence in Spain, which channels more than 40% of the overall consumption of fruits and vegetables, meat, and fish products. The leading role of local markets in the retail trade of fresh produce is made possible by the offer of services and supplies guaranteed by the Mercas network. Its adaptation to future needs is being carried out with the support of the public services offered by Mercasa through the Renovation of Retail Markets program. Once again, Mercasa's role is based on the cooperation of the institutions and financial partners, town councils, and tradesmen working at the markets. With this collaborative spirit, Mercasa has already contributed to renovating more than 120 retail markets throughout Spain, generating an overall investment of more than 70 million euros. The renovation of the retail markets deals with a global concept by modernizing the physical structure of the market and acting on the functional and operative aspects of the market. Mercasa public services include prior studies in order to evaluate the sales, technical, and economical feasibility of the project and to determine which actions each market requires. Design and management of the temporary markets, which is necessary until the renovation is complete. Construction projects and effective management. Determining the most appropriate commercial mix and the market image after renovation. Training plans for retailers. Design and execution of the promotional and communication campaigns, which are more and more necessary every day in order to gain and build customer loyalty. And finally, Mercasa offers direct management of the markets. Moreover, Mercasa and the national administration have an agreement to manage the public funds for renovating markets of special architectural, historical, or artistic interest. Local shopping centers. The continuous offer to collaborate with local administrations has driven Mercasa to develop self-management retail commercial facilities. In this field, Mercasa has always responded to the need to act on those areas of urban growth where the creation or improvement of commercial infrastructures was required. Thus, a local retail network of shopping centers has been set up, which includes 11 shopping centers distributed throughout Spain, with close to 100,000 square meters of commercial space and 530 sales outlets of all types. They offer a broad and varied offer in accordance with the needs of the area where the center is located. The Mercasa shopping center operators are mainly small local businesses. International technical assistance. More than 40 years of public service to all the partners in the food chain have given Mercasa major experience in commercial technology. Mercasa has a large technical department with highly qualified professionals who are always willing to offer the best solution for each need. The Spanish model of the Mercas network and the public service that Mercasa provides to the food chain is highly recognized internationally. Consequently, this has increasingly allowed Mercasa to develop its activities abroad. The international activity of Mercasa is especially directed at countries approaching the modernization of commercial structures, both wholesale and retail. The services offered by Mercasa range from a single feasibility study for wholesale or retail markets to the final delivery of turnkey projects. The international assistance of Mercasa is mainly focused on Latin America and Africa, with recent emblematic projects in the Dominican Republic, where the Merca Santo Domingo has been designed and built. Other projects, either in retail or in wholesale markets, have also been carried out in El Salvador, Panama, Argentina, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Angola, and Algeria, among other countries. In all cases, the clients are the competent authorities in terms of creating and managing the wholesale markets, who take into consideration, as a decisive element, the guarantees that the Spanish experience provides. Information, transparency, and competition. Mercasa carries out a continuous follow-up of the market's evolution, which facilitates good first-hand knowledge of the trends in the offer and demand, as well as the evolution of prices. The large concentration of operators and the many operators at the Mercas is the best guarantee of transparency and competition. The public service of Mercasa also contributes to this objective, offering institutions and commercial operators all the latest and most accurate information about the commercialization and wholesale prices in the Mercas network. Mercasa completes this informative function by annually carrying out a study about food and diet in Spain, and the publication of all kinds of analyses and reports in the magazine Distribución y Consumo. Future challenges. Throughout its history, Mercasa has proven that it is always able to adapt to the changes in production, sales, and consumption. In the future, Mercasa will continue to evolve and provide the answers to the new requirements emerging from the continuous changes in such a dynamic area such as the food sector, with new challenges and strategies in terms of traceability, food safety, logistics, environmental sustainability, handling of food products, R&D&I, new technologies, and customer satisfaction. Mercasa decisively takes on these new challenges with an enduring vocation of public service to the entire food chain, from producers to consumers. Mercasa.